Hi everyone, we're grateful for the opportunity to present Visualizing Maya Youth Perceptions of Wellbeing. This is a quick overview of our presentation before Elodio discusses the background.
Well, the Future We Dream document is being created by engaging youths, elders, traditional leaders, and women through a working session. It is a space where they connected or we connected through a process that allows us as the Maya people to reroot ourselves in our land, in our language, and ancestral memories and wisdom. So out of this, the collective vision has been emerged, which we call now a future we dream. Well, our young people are the strengths and the future of our communities. Over 50% of the 41 Maya villages that we work with, its population is young and is growing, and they do also have a level of formal education.
The partnership between the Julian Cho Society and the Young Lives Research Lab has been more than 5 years in the making, commencing with the sounding of the conch shell, which created a space for youth voices to discuss issues that they felt important, was followed by an Ab Inc., which brought together those youth with elders and academics, particularly around the impact of social media. In 2022, the Partnership for Youth and Planetary Wellbeing was created, guided by decolonial values and centering the voices of ecologically vulnerable Indigenous youth. The action plan co-created by this partnership was led by 3 questions. What does it mean to live well as a Maya youth in this age of climate crisis? How are Maya youth responding and taking action for planetary health? How can we support and work with Maya youth to platform and amplify youth-led efforts? To achieve this, we adapted an emerging innovative visual method called Videovoice, which is ideally suited to projects that centre research subjects' knowledge and self-determined issues of concern. A critically important aspect of this method is its foundation on building partnerships.
The Maya people's knowledge, it is not a static, it continues to change and it continues to grow. The Maya people are open to new technologies and to new ideas. Therefore, JCS, through one of its program areas, the sustaining and revitalization of Maya culture in 41 Maya communities, created a program that aims to create a space to amplify young people's, young women and men's voice through a meaningful participation that will usher the Maya future. The 6 indigenous youths were trained in theoretical and practical aspects of the digital media content and the film production. These youths were trained in interview techniques, the storytelling, and video editing. So each youth had the opportunity to develop and produce their own of 5 minutes video, digital films that focused on environmental, climate change, or any related topic to amplify their voices as a young people that is engaging in envisioning and creating a healthy Maya future. So young people's participation or involvement in digital media content has been useful to the development and the promotion or the advocacy of the Maya land rights of the Maya people.
Over a series of workshops from 2023 into 2024, the youth participants were introduced to and practiced interviewing methodologies, set up and use of technical recording equipment, filming A-roll and B-roll, understanding the importance of angles, movement, light and audio. With these skills, they are able to commence interviewing each other, other Maya youth and elders in their communities. This was followed by a workshop that focused on the development of a series of short 3 to 5 minute films on issues around health, well-being and culture in their communities. It involved training on finding your idea, storytelling, story structure, use of humour, use of drama. Following the workshop with their film screenplays in hand, the youth participants went out to shoot their A-roll and B-roll before returning for some follow-up sessions on video editing. It was the latter sessions on video editing that took the bulk of time. The participants produced a total of 7 films. Their film topics are listed here, and following is a brief selection of short excerpts of their work.
Maya communities, through their rich tapestry of autonomy and well-being, weave together to form the essence of the thriving culture. Autonomy in this context refers to the ability of the Maya people to govern themselves, preserve their traditions, and chart their course in the modern world. Well-being is the flourishing result, encompassing physical, cultural, and emotional dimensions.
I get to know what is well-being is being happy in your community, living in a peaceful land, owning everything you have.
Autonomy means that you have the right to speak for yourself and that you have the power to fight for what belongs to you and for your rights.
As a community, we have the say, the power, and the control.
Autonomy means is to have right to control over something that belongs to you.
Traditional Maya dishes, organic and delicious, play an important part in the well-being of the Maya community. Instead of relying on stores, processed, and canned goods, the Maya people cultivate their own crops using fresh and naturally grown foods, gaining nourishment that's both delicious and good for the body.
Haawi makanakawi malao. Haan na mas travel jokeke.
Di kuahan mas tento perkuhanan makawiman hanan makakosh saka kunit herero tsen piak or that is very important recall kuhan ay kana ko to kosh
Mayas would grow their crops on farms, but some would garden and cultivate basic crops like pepper, oregano, kalalu, tomatoes, and more behind their homes.
Para koshik yanaka chokeke chirish laka kochoch laka tawriqe laka kirasiqe.
Eating foods from the earth is like getting a direct gift from nature, filled with all the goodness and healthiness that a body truly needs.
In the Maya village of Nalumka, that is found in the jewel of Belize, where the biodiversity flourishes. Farming isn't just a way of life, it is the lifeblood of the community, connecting our traditions with the land we hold sacred.
Farming is so important. The Maya people depends on the farm, depends on farming, and that is the way our life is, and that is the way how we live.
Most of the Maya people are farmers, even though some of them are teacher, policemen, soldier, but they still do farming. You need to plant your own food that you eat because food at the market right now are very expensive, and canned goods are not healthy, so we need to eat fresh fruits or vegetables that come from our farm.
From the dawn of time, the Maya people have shared a unique relationship with the land. They take care of it, and in turn, the land takes care of them. Through their culturally chemical-free sustainable practices, farming nurtures the land, promoting biodiversity and long-term health of their flora and fauna.
Na katyaw jak unshila mukuni ke usaring ta chakiban cha eru khana ki kwan ko cha unshil like kahbi sakal ke eru a inkil sa ala ko ke ma a chak pa ya sa tiam pa an awon yel pin ke eru sari chak muko ha ta ha ban awon kwang chikana kon
kal hutsia kwang ken akhi kushin nauk an galak chikau ma ka benen khache ma ka ya naqaq dikak al kwang shtush bitche bas ka kan qisis tempat fikal par chabilik al nael porque ma ka tichen ka awonak aham na kin ste balan she kamsa roq she tiarna akchi sharu shat ok alenki shat toqi chichi ben haange chilo miso kwakli chakre Ichimakachi makuta usar chibenen sa mas chabil chokre.
Thatch houses serve as an indispensable cornerstone within the Maya community, fulfilling practical, social, and cultural needs. These traditional structures not only provide essential shelters but also weave together the threads of communal unity and cultural heritage among the Maya people's well-being. The forest acts as a natural hardware store, enabling the Maya community to get all the resources they need to construct these buildings.
Yokomalo chulul che su che olaktiwa dikinono pap ich subul ya cortes le kabya yan chiltikali no sa Jose ik pachabe beltona ka hok eso bishu pachi lule kebal tabe umant kebe kaman menahabe meyahabe katun ka ke cha hok so yahmin cheil bisha sikche shol tihera porque tihera na holak timetik no isonse akayanton waye no na olak tu sartik San Jose chen hadi hum pailika yanton waye sakak etela tes yan ulak pimiente ak hadabe olak tu sartik tu shanili bishati ak teche ma topum erata kushtabula che pokuman baka kusha che tiena baka kushu.
Working together to build thatch houses holds great importance for the Maya people. When they join forces, they strengthen their community's unity and shared goals. This teamwork goes beyond just making homes. It also keeps their traditions alive and helps them learning important skills together. By building houses as a group, they share knowledge between generations and become more resilient as a community. This way, they can finish building houses faster and have more time for farming.
The project outcomes can be considered at 3 levels. At the global and policy level, the films were featured in the UNFCCC Youth Climate Report and screened multiple times at the Climate COP28 in Dubai. This was a session facilitated by the Julian Cho Society and the Youth Climate Report. They were also selected to screen at several film festivals, including the Imagine Native Festival in Toronto and the Prague International Film Festival. At the community level, one of the principal outcomes was the retention of indigenous data sovereignty, with all data produced being stored in a youth archive to serve as a community resource. A major output was the elevation of youth voices, perspectives and issues in the communities, and particularly amongst leadership. These youth voices also rippled outwards nationally, with social media posts reaching tens of thousands in Belize alone. Locally, a film screening in Punta Gorda showcased the films to community leaders of 41 villages in Toledo. Finally, the impact at the individual level is best captured in the quotes of the youth participants. For example, during an evaluation session, one suggested that in the questions we asked about well-being, we learned a lot from the elders about Maya culture and what it means to be Maya. Doing the interviews will let you learn more about your culture. Another reflected on the whole process, saying, "We're no longer shy. You become more talkative and you get that braveness to talk to other people in the community." With these new skills, some of the youth participants have gone on to make a series of social media reels, essentially short clips of the interviews with youth and elders on issues the youth felt were important. These reels will be released on social media later this year. Here's an example of one.
The access to London, it is important because it is our tradition. We are used to do farming, so accessibility to land is very important to us.
Direct connection with land to be well. If there is no land, then for us as Maya, it's hard, and then I believe there will be no food. So we depend on the land a lot. Not only food, but also for our building houses.
Coming together and joining our words and our thoughts is also a challenge. So therefore, providing a space such as digital platform for young people to amplify their voices, it will enhance the healthy and the sustainable and the self-determined future of the Maya people in the community.